alongside Richard Hendrix, I'm Richard Cross. And Richard, when we look at this Missouri team, we know they're in the NCAA tournament. The resume is pretty impressive. The net doesn't blow you away, but they have not lost a single game this year to a team at Quad 2, Quad 3, or Quad 4.
No, they have not, and definitely they passed the eye test. I look for this Missouri Tiger team to get up and down and be all over the court all night long.
It comes from Kobe Brown.
And good action by Missouri. Coming off that screen roll, getting trapped by Ole Miss. Kobe Brown freeing himself up, knocking down the tray, and Missouri's off on the press. And Missouri always relentless, getting on the offensive rebound, as you see Aiden Shaw with the putback. And beautiful pass to the weak side. Hodge with the reverse layup with the English off the glass. But this Vanderbilt team, if you look at it, they're not the same team that they were early on in the season. And they've been able to really do some good things against some top quality opponents. So when you talk about what they're able to do, I think they definitely are putting together a case to be in the NCAA tournament.
But it hinges on a win. And that loss on the road against LSU a week or so ago for Vanderbilt was devastating for their chances. They could potentially be looking at a 12th win in the SEC. That was a huge win for LSU, obviously, but a tough one for Vanderbilt.
Well, absolutely. But with the net rankings, what you want to do is make sure that you avoid all the bad losses. And if you're playing good teams, a good team benefits you more.
12 points today for DeAndre Golston on 6 of 10 shooting.
And DeAndre Golston is in his bag, knocking down tough shots. Johnny on the spot at times. The mid-range J off the bounce, filling it from outside. Doing it all for the Missouri Tigers. Here's some beautiful finesse. Checking out Missouri dropping it off. Aiden Shaw up over the top. Gotta love it. Every single possession from this point will matter for both teams, but particularly for Ole Miss on the road. Last game of the regular season. Want to finish your regular season on a high note, giving yourself momentum for the SEC tournament and the offseason.
Cross, Richard Hendrix with you. What a game this has been. You get down the stretch, Ole Miss in a tight game. Rebels trying to figure out how to steal one on the road. What's got to happen, or maybe what has to not happen?
Well, didn't fall in love with that last couple of possessions for Ole Miss. You find yourself in another situation, similar situation they've had several times all year long. Get to the last under 4 minutes to go in the game, and you can't figure out a way to finish the game out. Ole Miss has done a phenomenal job of executing in the half court, catching the ball on time and on target, spacing them out, and getting really good options. The last few possessions, you found something in the well with James White going isolation. You have to understand, don't fall for the fool's goal. That's over with. He's checked out the game and subbed out. Get quality possessions. Not a big fan of the last three-point attempt by Matthew Morrell or Jaden Breaksville. Tremendous players on the defensive end, and they get their steals done in a couple of different ways. Demoy Hodge, extremely long arms and excellent feet. You'll see a lot of times when he's able to get steals, he can get steals from his own man, but Miles Burns gets it done in other ways. He's almost like a free safety, shooting the gap. He steals it from passes from the weak side. He's able to jump off of his man and run through passes. But phenomenal talents from both of them with an instinctive style of play when they're able to disrupt the game. And a great way where you get a chance to look at two players who get a lot of steals but can do it in many different ways.
A little bit of a not straight double team, but some help. Oh!
Oh my goodness! Up to the top shelf in your face. But what they're going to have to do is get a little bit more physical, make the offenses catch the ball a little bit further outside from the three-point line. Get down, stop dribble penetration, not let players get so easily into the paint. If you're guarding the post, push the post, the offensive player off of the block, three-quarter around, almost deny him. Don't let him get an easy touch.
He's only made one for his last 5.
Well, Castleton has come out and answered the bell. He's picked up his defensive intensity, got a little bit more physical, and that's what you're going to have to do when a post player has it going. Get a little bit more physical with him. Don't let it be easy.
Squares up and scores from 6 feet.
Beautiful move by Tyron Lawrence. On time, on pace. Turning over his shoulder, knocking it down from the mid-range. Good awareness by Ezra Magnon, not known for his shooting ability. Understanding he had 5 seconds on the shot clock, with his quickness able to get to the cup, draw the foul, going to the line to shoot for 2. Auburn getting Cardwell out, sliding over, but Liam Robbins sealing off his man. Able to get to the reverse layup and going for the offensive rebound. Well, a lot of times it's the subtle things that you do for your team. And Liam Robinson's not just a player who's able to fill up the stat sheet with points and rebounds with block shots. But as you can see, when Tyron Lawrence was driving on the baseline, after Cardwell showed on the pick and roll, he was able to hold his seal, keeping the shot blocker away from his teammate, and then attacking the offensive glass for a putback opportunity.
To QMB. Extra pass to the corner. There's another one. Miles Studi, back-to-back triples.
Beautiful execution by Vanderbilt. Auburn decided to go ice on the side, pick and roll. Beautiful pass in the pocket pass. Move it around the perimeter, find the open man. Outstanding. Got a very, very physical game so far, and both of these teams playing very hard. As you can see, Lior Berman taking his time over the smaller defender, backing them down, shooting right over the top. See, that's how you get yourself a high percentage shot. You post up, you claim out some real estate right in front of that paint, and turn around and knock it down.
Look at this.
Auburn going screen roll, dropping it off with the pocket pass. The lane opens up. Look at the jab. Almost dropped him, and he drops it in. See, that's how you block a shot right there. What you do in that particular situation, he knew he had to step on him, so you go to the basket. You understand the shooter's got to put the ball on the board, and he's got the step beat on you. You angle him off, go to the basket, and try to block the shot at the top.
They're going to try a three, and he got the three. Wow.
Feeling it. Beautiful set as they came off the middle pick and roll. Garcia did something a little interesting, set that ball screen with his back to the ball handler. Didn't have to shape up, feet already set, knocked down the tray. He's been knocking him down early.
Shaquille Moore. It's two missed from deep on that possession. Eric Reed made his first three of the game. He's had two good looks since then and has missed them both.
Yeah, and that's the one you got to knock down. Texas A&M coming out of the break showing a little bit of zone. When you get some clean looks in a game with this magnitude, understanding that you're trying to get into the NCAA tournament, that's when you have to rise up, set your feet, rise up, and knock it down with confidence. Wade Taylor, savvy player. If he feels a forearm on you, he's going to let you know. As you can see, Jeffries feels the forearm, extends it just a nudge, but that's all Taylor needs to sell that little bump right there, take the foul, softens up the team.
Kane, yes.
Beautiful move by Jamal Kane, getting into the paint with the pro hop and the finish with the left hand over the shot blocker.
Shackelford, the floater won't go.
Bediako, an enforcer down low. Great help side defense, and then after the turnover, there for the big-time block, Charles Bediako.
Kane from the corner, yes.
There he is, Jamal Kane, showing some of that touch from the outside. He can do it on the inside, he can do it on the outside, and he's got his Oakland ball club here in the ball game early. Bediako going up, not finding it on the alley-oop, but staying with it. Very soft hands for a big man. You'd like to see a big man be Angry Chuck in a position like that and go up and catch that alley-oop and slam it down with authority, but nonetheless a good recover on the putback for Charles Bediako.
Moore lost control, but another turnover by the Golden Grizzlies. Quinterly, Angry Chuck!
There he is, right on cue. Angry Chuck running his lane, catching the dime, dropped off by Quinterly and finishing with the hammer.
That's what you wanted to see.
Hey, I'm a big man. I want to see big men play big. You know, it's one thing about the game that you've seen change so much over the years is the traditional big man you don't see too often anymore.